I'm like, dang, he's kind of close. So I started to walk faster. And so as I'm walking faster, he is stride for stride right behind me, like right on my heels, y'all. So at this point, I am almost running. Hi guys, it's your girl Taya-Latrice and I'm back with another video. As you guys can see by the title, today's video is going to be a story time about the time that I was almost kidnapped. So you guys, let's just jump right into this story. It happened when me and my husband were both at Walmart. So we decided to go to Walmart to pick up a few things. It was kind of like late in the evening, maybe around 7 or 8 p.m. And whenever me and my husband goes to Walmart, he always gets the buggy, and you know, I'm the one that will venture off to go grab things and then come back and put them in the buggy as he's shopping for some other things that we need. So we do that, you know, just kind of like cut the time down, because y'all know y'all can spend hours in Walmart. So that's just what we do. So this particular day, I went down the cereal aisle, grabbed a few things down that aisle, and as I was walking up to the end of the aisle, you know, you look both ways to see if somebody's coming. So I seen a man, he kind of like piqued my interest or whatever, you know, like, because he was like a huge, I mean, when I say huge, I mean like Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, huge man. Like, he was a big man. He didn't have no shopping cart. He didn't have anything in his hands, and he was walking like full force walking. Like, he was walking fast, but he was far enough away from me down that center aisle or whatever, that I knew I could get out in front of him without him being all close to me, because it almost looked as if he had just came through the doors. And if you guys are familiar with Walmart, once you get down to the cereal aisle, which is kind of further down towards the back of the store, and like, that's how far back I was from. But it looked like he was like just fresh coming into the store. So maybe, you know, just coming to grab one item and then, you know, leaving back out. That's what I thought. So I didn't really think nothing of it, you know, at the beginning. But so I cut out in front of him, and mind you, it was like maybe 4 or 5 aisle length difference. Not aisle length, but 4 or 5 alleyways between us, you know. So I knew I had enough space to cut out in front of him, and I didn't have no buggy or nothing. I was just me holding some cereal. So I was walking down the aisle, or like the center lane, and he was coming, and like, y'all, you know how you can tell when somebody is getting too close to you? Like, you can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up, and like, it's like you could feel them, like you can feel their body so close to you. Even though we don't have eyes in the back of our head, our conscience is letting us know like somebody is in our personal space. So that's how I felt. And so once I felt that, like, y'all, fear took over me. Like, I was genuinely scared. I was scared. I thought this man was about to grab me, because when I seen him, when I looked down, when I first seen him, when I looked down the aisle to make sure nobody was coming, like, I could see his eyes. His eyes looked like he, like, dark. And that's why I assumed like he was in a rush, you know, coming to get something real quick and then heading back out, you know. But like, when you're going out in front of people, or like, you know, getting out on the center lane, you don't really think like, oh, is this person going to kidnap me or whatever. You don't really think, you just think like normal shopping experience. So I'm walking down the center lane, and I'm looking down each aisle to see if I see my husband, because my hands are full and I'm ready to put like the cereal in the buggy. So I could feel this guy literally like right here, like in my space. I could feel him without even turning around, without even looking. Like, you know, guys, I wear glasses. So in my glasses, I can sometimes see the reflection of people behind me. So without having to turn around. So I kind of seen like the reflection of him behind me. I'm like, dang, he's kind of close. So I started to walk faster. And so as I'm walking faster, he is stride for stride right behind me, like right on my heels, y'all. So at this point, I am almost running. And I'm looking down each aisle, like trying to see if I see my husband. So finally, I seen my husband, y'all. He's on the tissue aisle, which is maybe about like 2 or 3 aisles away from the cereal aisle, something like that. So my husband is pushing the cart, and he's like, stop, looking at some tissue. Y'all, as soon as I cut that aisle to my husband, I said something to let this guy know, like, look, I'm not alone. Like, this is my husband. My husband, he's a big guy too. And I was like letting him know, like, look, that's my husband. So as soon as I hit that tissue aisle, y'all, I was like, hey, babe, I got the cereal. Like, I said something, and babe was like, my husband was looking like, but he didn't say anything at that time or whatever. And so why, y'all, my husband's right here with the buggy, and this is the tissue aisle, the tissue like rack or whatever the tissue is on. Y'all, I went around the buggy and wedged myself in between the shopping cart and the tissue rack. And y'all know how big that tissue rack is at Walmart or whatever. It's real big. I wedged myself in between the shopping cart and the tissue rack because I thought this guy was going to snatch me up, y'all. Literally, that's how close he is. And it was like, as soon as I was like, hey, babe, I got the cereal, the guy had hurry up and turned and started looking at the air fresheners, because you guys know, like at Walmart, some Walmarts, I'm not sure if all Walmarts, but like the tissue is on the same aisle as the air fresheners. So he started looking at the air freshener and was like, you know, playing like as if he was trying to get, like he was interested in air freshener. Like if you're in a, like, I don't know anybody that's ever been in a rush to get air freshener. Like literally, this guy seemed as if he was in a hurry doing something, and he was rushing to Walmart to pick up air freshener. Like, what? But y'all, it literally scared me to death. Like, I was shaking. And my husband, like, once he was like, what are you doing? Like, when he seen me wedge myself between the shopping cart and the tissue rack, he was like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? He was like, who is that guy? You know him or something? Why was he all close up on you like that? And I said, no, I don't know him. Like, this guy is following me. Like, he's all up on me. Babe, I honestly think he's trying to kidnap me. And I honestly feel like, y'all, in my heart, I honestly feel if I was not in that store with my husband, I feel like this guy would have kidnapped me. And I know people are like, oh, it's a huge store, nobody's gonna kidnap you in a big store. No. He could have literally put a gun to my back or threatened me, letting me know that he had a gun, and said, look, I'm gonna shoot you if you try to scream, run, or anything. Like, he could have said these words to me. This guy was huge. I'm telling you, y'all, this guy was at least 6'7" something. He was really tall, and he was really big. And when I say big, I don't mean fat. I mean muscular. I mean built. I mean the Rock type of built. Like, this man was huge. And I've never known people to be that close to you. Like, everybody knows personal space. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. If you feel like if you don't know me, if you're a stranger, then you should not be in my personal space. If you're like my kid or something, or my cousin or something, we can be like, you know, close or whatever, but you still have to respect somebody's personal space, especially if you're a stranger. Like, you don't know me, don't be all up on me like that. Like, literally, y'all, my conscience had me shook. I was scared. I was absolutely afraid that this guy was going to kidnap me. And I was so shook up that I called my mom, y'all. And it's like, you know, when you have that feeling when your life is in danger or something, like something bad could have happened, you always get that feeling. So I was so afraid. I called my mom right there in the store, and I told her what happened. Like, y'all, it was just so scary to me. It was so scary. And I did not see that man. Like, I didn't see him. He didn't grab anything he didn't grab any air freshener or nothing. I didn't see him no more the whole time we was in the store the rest of the night. Like, I didn't see him. Y'all, it was crazy. It was so crazy. And like in our area where we live, it's been a lot of stuff on the news about, you know, human traffickers in the Walmart parking lots. You know, the white vans coming up snatching kids. Like, it's been a whole bunch of that going on in my neighborhood, in my area that I live in. So when this happened, I automatically knew, like, I could have been kidnapped. And I feel like I would have been kidnapped had my husband not been in that store with me. So my words of advice to any women that are out there: do not go shopping alone. Do not go shopping alone. If you are shopping and you're like me and my husband, where we venture off and we come back and meet back up to put things in the buggy, stop doing that. You know, because you're still in that sense alone, and anything could happen. You know, before had it been my husband would have been on the other side of the store and I was going down the aisle and I did not see him, I feel like the guy would have eventually caught up to me and would have grabbed me right there in the store. Like, people are looking, but they're not really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? If somebody just see you grab, they might think, oh, that's her boyfriend or whatever. You know, or even if you scream or anything like that, people don't want to get involved anymore. It's like it's not like they don't care, but they just don't want to get involved. They don't want to help. You know, you rarely have like any heroes per se anymore, people that want to help. So if you're a female, if you're a woman, if you have children, you know, young girls or whatever, make sure that they're staying together when they go shopping, that it's at least two of them, that they're staying together, and also that they're protected. Whatever your laws allow in your state, whether or not you can have pepper spray, a gun, taser, anything like that, bear your arms. Have some type of protection for you in the event that you do get snatched or anything. Like, you have to be able to protect yourself. You know, if you need a knife, pocket knife, anything like that, definitely get you some type of protection, you guys. So since this incident, I have went along you guys, and have decided to get a weapon. You know, I have went to the gun range. I practiced my shooting. I had never shot a weapon before, but now I have, and I'm comfortable with it. And so now I do have a gun, and the next time something like this happens, I will protect myself. You know what I'm saying? But I don't go anywhere without my husband now. So I'm always with him. He's always with me. Whenever we go shopping, I pretty much stay with him in the car. Like, he makes sure, he's like, babe, don't be trying to leave me now. Stay right over here. So like, I'm staying with him. And two, you guys, if y'all have kids and stuff, watch your kids. Whenever you go to Walmart, don't let your kids venture off. Definitely don't let them go to the bathroom by themselves. Like, you guys have to be right there hand in hand with your child. And if your child is a runner, put them in the cart. Put them in the shopping cart. Like, don't let your child, they just had to be cutting grass, y'all. But sorry if y'all can hear that in the background. But don't let them venture off. Don't let them run to go see a toy or anything. Don't leave them on the aisle playing with toys. None of that. Your child needs to be arm's length from you right there all times, because these people that are doing these kidnappings and sex trafficking these children are highly trained to get these kids in these cars. Like, you know, they will lure them with candy, bears, money, anything. Like, my mom always told us when we were kids to be wary of people trying to offer us candy, ice cream, money, toys, anything like that, dogs, anything, you know, run, scream, yell for help. But nowadays, they're not working by themselves. Back then, I feel like it was just one person, you know, kidnapping these kids. No, there's like literally a ton of people working together to kidnap people. You know, you usually have like a ring where there's like 4 or 5 people working together to kidnap somebody. So where one person might spot, oh, on the radio, oh, I got a mother and a child over here, then I'm watching over here in aisle 23. So then the other guy's like, okay, I'm right over there, aisle 23. I'm gonna be on the other side. So then the mother takes her back off the child for 2 seconds. Boom. The other guy grabs the child or lures the child away. Next thing you know, the mom is like, Where's my child? You know what I'm saying? And boom, you're gone. You didn't even see the other person. All you seen is the first guy. So y'all just have to be safe whenever you're out, because literally you would never think that these things could happen to you or whatever, but they do. They are happening. And I've seen tons of video about young girls being in cars and getting snatched up. Whenever you get in your car, literally, I see it all the time. People get in their car, they don't start it up, they don't lock their doors, they're just sitting there maybe checking their phone or whatever. No, get in your car, the first thing you should do is lock your door. And watch your surroundings, y'all. Literally, there's a video on Facebook, I think, of a woman. She was not watching her surroundings. There was like 4 guys around her, and they climbed up in her car, y'all. I think she put her groceries in her car. And while she was, I guess, taking a shopping cart back up or something, I don't know. I really can't remember every single thing, but somebody grabbed and somebody had went into her back seat. And then the other guy had came around and got into her front seat. And somehow they had, I guess, knocked her out or drug her to the back of the seat, because the guy who got in the passenger side was ended up in the driver's seat just that quick. And had pulled the lady, I guess, from the driver's seat to the back seat and got in the driver's and pulled off. And it was crazy. Like, y'all, and I know it's kind of rude or whatever. But whenever I do go shopping, unless I'm parked right beside the shopping cart buggy thing where you put the carts back up, I don't take no shopping carts back. And that's just me, because you don't know. Like, you put your stuff in, but if you don't lock your door, when you come back and get inside your car, somebody could be sitting in your back seat. Like, people are watching you. People are literally watching your every move, and they are great observers. Like, they are watching your every step, your every move. It's just crazy, and you don't know how far somebody is willing to go, you know. And I'm not sure how much they're being paid to, you know, kidnap these kids or whatever, but literally, like, this is their lifestyle. They do this stuff for a living. Like, they're watching. So just be careful, be vigilant. Get in your car, lock your doors, start your car up, and pull off. You know, always be watching 360. Watch all around you. Look in your rearview mirror. Check this, check that. Make sure, you know, you're watching. And if at any time you don't feel comfortable, like, say for instance you're out and you had to stop at the store late at night and you just don't feel comfortable, like you see somebody maybe around your car or somebody's following you in the store, let the employees know. Don't just be like, oh, I'm overreacting. No, whatever type of fear you're feeling is for a reason. It's for a reason. God gave us conscience for a reason, so that we can know when something bad is going to happen or trying to happen. So definitely, like, reach out to an employee, let them know you don't feel safe. There's security at Walmart. If you need somebody to walk you to your car, there's off-duty police officers at Walmart. If you need somebody to walk you to your car, like, definitely express your concerns to the people that work at Walmart and let them know that you don't feel safe, and they will walk you to your car. They will make sure you're safe. Like, it's no reason why something like this should happen. If you're paying attention, if you are protecting yourself with gun, knife, whatever, and if you're taking the necessary steps to make sure that you're getting to your car and in your car safely, and you're pulling off and not sitting there checking your phone, because those things are not important. They can definitely wait until you get inside your house and that you're safe and sound. So, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, do comment, like, and subscribe to my channel, because I will definitely have more story times coming, because I do have a lot of story times. Y'all know everybody has a story. So also, just make sure you guys take hold to my tips that I've given you in this video, and stay safe out there, my friends.